everyone, this is Greyshot17.
And Greyshot151 here.
And we're doing a review on Lucky Logan, the movie that we will see before It.
Yeah, and what a different film this will be from It.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
So basically, for those that have not seen this movie, Lucky Logan, or haven't heard, Lucky Logan is basically a Ocean's 11 type film set in West Virginia, where essentially a whole bunch of quote-unquote rednecks.
Yeah.
But essentially, I would say people from that you would associate with West Virginia, quote-unquote hillbilly almost, but not even that like that. Just people from a town. Basically, all of them have their own reasons, and all of them basically go in to basically rob a, what is it, NASCAR 600? It was something 600.
Yeah, it's a NASCAR race.
Coca-Cola 600?
It's a major
race, the biggest of the year, and it's essentially supposed to be it was supposed to be a small heist, but things quickly escalate, and honestly, the film works very well in establishing its characters, establishing a lot of the humorous moments, and basically giving you a much more of a solid feel. Like, this is a fun film. It's not like, this isn't a masterpiece kind of like Baby Driver.
Yeah.
This is more of a kind of have fun type of movie. Yeah. If you've seen the trailers and you've seen like Daniel Craig, like how which by the way, Daniel Craig is great in this movie.
He's completely different, and that makes it even better.
Yeah, he's fantastic. But expect that. He's not giving an Oscar-worthy performance. He's having a fun time, and that's really what this movie is, a fun time.
Yeah, so the reason why I wanted, I was kind of distracted. So Adam Driver's in this film, and I did not know that.
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, Kylo Ren is in this film.
He's in the trailer. He has no arm.
I completely forgot.
Sorry, no hand.
Yeah, no hand. If you say no arm, he gets offended.
Yes.
And then also Channing Tatum's in it, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, and it's like, okay. But those three, I'm just like, oh, wow, that's a really unique cast. But in a capacity, I enjoyed all their performances. I thought they were pretty good performances throughout. Mm-hmm. Also, again, you get kind of confused while the story gets going on, like, wait, what's going on? What?
I think that's just the director, because he did the exact same thing in Ocean's 11, where essentially, again, not going to spoil, but you see how it's going to get shot up, then you see how it in action, then you see the after effects, and then you see what really happened.
Yes.
Essentially, that's basically a shtick in most of his films, and this one it carries over. They even make reference to his film in one spot.
Ocean 7-Eleven.
Exactly. Without any spoilers, but the hillbilly heist.
Was there CGI money? Was that a thing?
Yeah, it was CGI money.
It was really...
Like, they couldn't afford prop money, which was kind of weird.
It looked bad, just in perspective. But
yeah, also the helicopters were clearly... there were some certain shots...
The helicopters were fine. The CGI money, I'm like, that's not real.
This movie didn't make... this movie didn't make... By the way, this movie's fast. It slows down in the bottom, like, last 20 minutes, but I'd say it's overall pretty quick.
Yeah, I was like, there's some characters that pop up, and I'm like, wait, why does this person matter?
The director's style.
You could have probably cut that out and literally just...
It makes sense in regards to the film.
Yeah.
All the little stuff it adds up to, up to the end. But I will say, some shots, you're right, don't make. Like, there's a helicopter scene with people coming out that's kind of just there to, give gravitas.
Again, it's the biggest race of the year. So it's like, okay, there's going to be military personnel, there's saluting.
Yeah, I'm just saying there were money shots in this film. And I feel bad. I feel bad because this movie isn't... I don't think it's going to make a profit. It might make a profit on like DVD and other sales, but...
I would say right now, because of the weaker box office, it'll make back its budget. It's like 30 million, especially when you get in overseas stuff. And DVD.
Well, the major note I have for... Yeah, because people are going to want to see a West Virginia heist movie from Europe.
Again,
it does have Daniel Craig. I know.
You would be surprised by what people go after for Channing Tatum and Daniel Craig.
Yeah, which by the way, both of them give solid performances.
Yeah. I like the family dynamic. The actor
that plays Kylo Ren, good performance. All their accents are believable.
By the way, I find it weird. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. When is this movie set? Does it say?
No, modern day.
Okay, so it's pretty modern. It's pretty close to modern day. I always like, oh, we're firing you because you're pre-existing condition. I'm like, that's illegal. So I know you can't be dropped for having pre-existing conditions. That includes workforce. You can't be fired for having a pre-existing condition.
Would they know that? Probably not.
I would say the fact he has a good legal case.
I
I'm just pointing it out there. The fact, like, yeah, we'll hire you.
how it should have ended, basically lawsuit. Actually, most of this movie could have been solved with a lawsuit.
Yeah. There's even a thing where I'm like, at the end, like, so wait, are the police now going to investigate the actual NASCAR track? Because that sounds like insurance fraud.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I'm
Sorry,
just
spoilers.
again, there's multiple plots, stuff like
there's
that. So
multiple levels to this movie.
So I'm just like, wait, okay, but again, it's fine. It works out. Things come together. It's a fine movie. There's one really funny scene that has nothing to do with the main cast.
There are two really funny scenes.
Okay, but hey, we'll go into spoilers with them. Otherwise, what's our?
You'll
review?
notice them by A, a cafeteria, and B, a favorite food snack. But yeah, both are glorious. Which, yeah, for our final recommendations on this movie, is it a masterpiece? No. Is it a Baby Driver? No.
It's better than your average. It's really.
Yeah, it's a fun movie with some great characters, some great acting. Honestly, I really believe Channing Tatum and that girl. Those two were really, really. It was kind of sweet when they go back, like, show me the guns, or like all these like little stuff. Like, it really thought like, yeah, these two are dad and younger daughter. But no, it's a fun ride, and I would recommend it. Is it perfect? No. There are some plot holes. There are some inconsistencies, and people act stupid. Like, every time they go to this with one prison, I kept eyeing you because I kept waiting to see your face, being like, "That's not right."
And I was waiting for and I kept going. It kept going, and I'm just like, okay, why does this person matter? Like, why are we on this person? And I guess eventually it makes sense, but there's also other times where the warden is just being dick, and I'm just like, okay, why are you being a dick? Because you literally have proof. Like, from your nurse, you have proof that this is there. So I'm just like, why would you be acting like that? Because we just saw you in a 180, like, just a little while ago, where he's like, I'm good, and then he's, like, very hands-on. I'm like, that doesn't make sense for a character. It's like, you're one or the other. You can't be both, and it's weird. But otherwise, I thought it was fine. Probably rating, what would you give it?
I'd give it a solid 6.
A 6.
It's above average. It has a lot of character, and again, it's a blast. It's a fun time, but it's not a movie I'm going to remember, and it's probably not a movie I'm going to give high acclaim for. It might make the honorable mentions, maybe, but that's just because this year hasn't had a lot of hits.
Give me 1 second. You keep talking. All right, we're on spoilers. 6 out of 10.
I'm just making note of, like, critical, because this movie, I would say, is better than a lot of films I have seen this year. I'd put this easily. This is basically Van Gogh's masterpiece.
This is by the way, I'm showing my brother. This is the list of, so far, all the movies that we have seen. You tell me out of that list that is not a good top 10 list so far. And we got 4 months left. And it's coming out. And Kingsman's
saying honorable mention.
Star Wars is coming out.
I'm just saying honorable mention. I'm just saying it might.
And The Shape of Water is coming out, which is the Creature from the Black Lagoon sequel I didn't think I needed, but I do.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Any case. So, any final notes and spoilers? Game of Thrones is funny as hell.
Oh my god, the inmates are like...
There's a scene when the inmates take over... Hold on. Inmates take over the prison. Basically, jail. Sorry, to take over at least the cafeteria, and they give the warden their demands, which are,
we want the last 3 books of Game of Thrones.
Which the warden then
Dance with Dragons we can accommodate along with an HBO subscription. However,
the Winds of Winter have not been released. Then immediately prisoner's like, "I'd like to call bullshit. It was supposed to be out 2 years ago," and he's like, "Well, apparently the writer's having some issues." It's just like,
But the 2 guards that brought me in were talking about the Lady and the Dragons, and that has stuff that's not in the book.
Apparently, the book has fallen behind the TV show's escalating.
And everyone's like, no!
Everyone just like boos and walks away. That was the best Game of Thrones joke I've seen. Better than all the memes, like with Tom Brady and all that stuff. But no, the other note I will say is there's a scene involving gummy bears,
and
which is I was dying because it's just like a bomb, gummy bears, and I was just like, he then explains with a calculated formula why this will work.
And I'm just like, this is so stupid, but it probably does make sense.
I am totally asking. I have a friend who's science, and I'm totally asking him. So is this legit? I want to know. Because if it is...
If so, I need to talk with my sergeant.
If so, then gummy bears just became, like, on the FBI's top 1 list of, like, items not to take on a plane.
I really need to talk with my sergeant.
Oh my god. But in any case, we give you a recommendation of this movie. It's a solid time. You'll have a good time. And all the characters can bring their A game. So, except I will say, if there's one thing I didn't like in regards to all the characters, FBI agent.
Yeah,
I don't know what accent she was pulling, but it just seemed like she was very serious and and everyone else had this southern accent. I understand she's different, but that was the one thing that was just like, that's different.
This is weird,
Yeah.
But overall, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a fine movie. I would probably recommend it more so. It's not maybe, I would recommend on probably a streaming service or something like that.
Yeah, catch it on a weekend.
Yeah.
So count yourself lucky.
Or a discount day.
So count yourself lucky and go see Lucky Logan.
But in any case, tune in next time to where my brother and I will go see It, which I cannot wait for.
Oh, God damn.
He doesn't like horror films.
Listen.
I went to go see Annabelle Creations. That review should be on the channel by now. I gave it like a 6. It was fine, but I don't mind a good horror film because it doesn't bug me. One of my favorite memories, as above, so below, being a god to my friends explaining what
the
Philosopher's Stone is and alchemy and everything. And it's just like, you got all that from that film? It's like, I knew everything. I knew every plot detail.
Yeah, because you watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, and I explained that. And also, my FTO, my training person, I mentioned alchemy and I explained this whole thing. He literally called the sergeant and was like, what trainee did you give me that knows all this stuff?
What kind of black magic does my trainee deal with?
What's this alchemy stuff?
Apparently when you show up today and you're just saying, get rid of all the gummy bears, he's going to be like, what are you talking about?
It's like, hold on. I saw a movie. It dealt with rednecks.
But in any case, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you next time with a review of It. So,
see you next time.
See you next time.